Burning down the house. Good tune right there. Let's talk about burning down something. So yesterday, I started another project yesterday. I had to use my planer, but I also had this heater running yesterday. Right? There's a heat coil in there, blows the hot air with a little fan. So I had that plugged in, and then I went to turn my planer on, and they were both plugged into this power strip. So as soon as I turned the planer on, it didn't pop this fuse here, this reset button. What it did was it actually melted it inside. If you look right there, it's all burnt there and burnt here on the cord. So, yeah, not good, right? Not good at all. Throwing it away. Gonna do something different. Anyways, yesterday I started a project for putting some heat in the house. I just put a new bamboo floors in. Well, actually I've been doing it for a while, but almost finished the bedroom, the master bedroom. And my wife and I, we don't like the heat vent covers on the floor. They're the crappy metal ones, white, just don't blend. So I'm going to try to make some out of this. I glued up 2 pieces of plywood yesterday, cut them in shape, glued them up. They've been sitting all night. Got some glue here, some spill out, squeeze out right here. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit more, and we're going to start building it. So let's see how it goes. All right, thanks. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to get all this glue squeeze out, most of it off, without setting it. Look at that. Just go ahead and sharpen this chisel up on my grinder, and it works just fine. All right, so now I'm just going to trim it up with the table saw. I'm only going to take a little bit off each side. I'll use a chop saw for the ends, but I want to trim these alongside. So I already got the saw set. I'm only taking off barely a blade, so let's see what happens. Not too bad. Fairly nice and straight. Alright, now we're going to take to the chop saw and we'll take the ends off of it right here. So now we just want to clean these ends up right here. I cut everything like, I don't know, it was like a 1/4 inch, 5/16 bigger, so I really don't think this outer measurement's going to matter. It's the inner measurement where the vent holes are. That's what's really going to matter. But let's go ahead and trim this up anyways. Nice. So it should be all square everywhere, all the way around, hopefully. So I think I'm going to work on the vent holes before I cut the base out of it, so let's go ahead and figure that out. So I'm going to go ahead and use the my homemade router table to make the slots in the vent. And here's why. As thick as this board is, you're going to have to cut a little bit at a time for each vent hole, so like maybe like an 1/8 inch at a time. So I'd have to have it set in a jig, good to go, to where I can keep raising the bit up, and it's always cut in the same spot every time. So I built this router table a few years ago, and I put a router lift in it, and when you spin a lever down here, See if you can see it. Oh, you can't see it from that far away, but if you can tell, the router raises up and down. And I believe that I'll be able to get this high enough to make it all the way through the wood by using this table. So I never built a fence for it, so I use my 4-foot level as a fence. So let's go ahead and try to figure this out and see if we can get everything cut right. Okay, so here's my jig. A level, 2 pieces of wood and a bunch of clamps. I think it's gonna work. It's off a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, but see how close it is to this line? Right where I wanted it. It's off too far this way on from that line, but as long as I make them even as I go, the next one, I think I'll be all right. So I'm just going to keep cutting these a little bit deeper till we get all the way through. I'm only taking like, I don't know, 1/8 at a time maybe. So loosen it, bring it up a little more, tighten it up, turn it on. There they are. There's the slots, 6 of them. Should be enough to get hot air out of there, right? They're not exactly even right here. Hey, it's woodworking. They're a little off. I don't know why that happened. But now I got to router out this outer part, taper the top, and we should be good. I think it's going to turn out okay. Not as much as I wanted it. I was hoping it'd be more of a go in farther, but I think I'm going to stick with that. Sand her down and see what happens. Not too bad. I'm going to spray lacquer it before I bring it in the house, but I like it. I think it came out okay. You know, I think plenty of air will get through here to heat up the whatever room I put it in. I actually got the idea from a guy named Steve Ramsey. He's on woodworkingformeremortals.com. Pretty cool website. He's got some awesome projects on there. He did this one like a year ago, I think. And well, I've been gone, so I just got back, so I've been wanting to do it. So let me go ahead and put some clear coat on it, get it up in the house, and I'll take a picture of it for you, show you how it looks. Thanks.